Now going over to the political podcast here, Justin Trudeau Castro, allegedly, is scared of populism growing and probably him losing a job someday. Now this is brought to us first thanks to End Wokeness. And he says, quote, Trudeau hits the panic button. Trudeau says, we've seen the world in a rise of populist right-wing forces about every democracy. You're next, tyrant. And yeah, let's just say he is mentally and morally vacuous. He likes to disarm his population. Remember when he debanked the truckers when they wanted to protest not getting the mandatory jab? Yeah. And he looks just like, very similar to the Castros who took over and destroyed Cuba, playing with anti-communism and being the most morally mentally vacuous people ever. And his mom was a whore. I should have done a earmuff check if you have youth listening in. And she actually hung out with, the Castros. Fidel, specifically. Yeah, there's a reason my family got the hell out of Cuba as soon as Fidel took over. Thank God they were able to get out. Fascinating tale for another time, perhaps. Now, the only thing he did good in this video is Trudeau did suit up, so he does one thing right. And women love to vote for him because he's handsome. I can't help but see a parallel to Gavin Newsom, but I partially digress. Let's hear what Mr. Trudeau Castro, allegedly, has to say.
We have seen around the world a rise of populist right-wing forces in just about every democracy that we've seen. And it is of concern to see political parties choosing to instrumentalize anger, fear, division, anxiety.
Is he reading his own playbook? During the whole lockdowns, not only does he disarm his population so they can't defend themselves, they took away all their freedom. You go to jail or are arrested and fined if you misgender someone in Canada. I mean, they are trying to jail people for memes, which unfortunately the United States is devolving into as well. But yeah.
My approach has always been to respond to it, to understand it, and to look to solve it, to roll up our sleeves, work hard, and with ambition for this country and for our future. And I continue to be convinced that Canadians are thoughtful about the challenges we're facing and ready to see them solved, rather than just allow themselves to be have their anger amplified without any solutions offered.
I was going to say, if you're Canadian, vote him out as soon as possible. Primary him if you can. One of the most evil men in history, Mr. Castro. I got 2.4 million views and 67,000 likes. Now, one of the first comes from Paul Zazupa saying, quote, Trudeau will be legally replaced because the Canadian people have finally had it. Took long enough, gaining 420 likes. Rhino says, it must be scary seeing a dictator right now. And you have Trudeau saying, we're seeing a rise in populist right-wing forces. Then a trad man says, you mean voters who don't like you? Getting 1.9 thousand likes, which, yes, I mean, is insane how, unless you're a far leftist, they call you right-wing. Even my friends who grew up, moderate Democrats, now they're labeled right-wing, just because they're not all in on the agenda. Now, Mark D. Pork says, right-wing means anyone except globalist, right? Getting 2.1 thousand likes. Libercat Media TM says he's next, and is Trudeau trying to shake Trump's hand, and Trump says, again, this is a meme, no thanks, last time, again, cover your ears if you have children listening, Trump says, no thanks, last time I granted pussy became a national scandal. You got 1.8 thousand likes. Libercat Media TM says they're definitely father and son convinced. Is a picture of Justin Trudeau Castro, allegedly, juxtaposed with Fidel Castro, getting 924 likes. And there's the political ideologies, yeah, they're about the same too. Trudeau actually praised China with their reaction to the pandemic because of their dictatorship. They can move quickly because they don't have to worry about human rights or anything. They just do what they want. When asked what global leader they asked Justin Trudeau, what global leader do you respect the most? He said Xi Jinping, Chinese leader, president, dictator, elected president. That, of all the people on the planet, that's the leader he respects and admires. It tells you everything you need to know about little Castro here. Got, again, 924 likes. Kinsey Marie says it's long overdue to send him packing. And it's Mr. Trudeau standing with two trans men getting 735 likes. Scrolling down. Oh, that's brilliant. Common Sense Burriels says the world's greatest leader right here. I don't know if this is it looks real. It's a book that says why Trudeau is a great leader and deserves respect. And they flip the book, and all the pages are just blank. I'd buy that book. That got 335 likes. Be a really quick read. Tex Trad says democracy is coded word for Marxists to talk about communism. Getting 272 likes. Joshua Walker says the people of Canada will rejoice when Trudeau no longer serves in public office. Getting 349 likes. Valentin Gomez says patriots are taking their countries back from the tyrants. Let's go. Getting 862 likes. Merrick Garland Presley's parody account says your next tyrant, and it is Mr. Trudeau dressed up in Nazi apparel, and it says people say I'm a dictator. It's kind of Trudeau. Oh, that's A plus play. That's an A plus play on words. Instead of the swastika, it's a maple leaf, but it does have the red armband and the white circular background. Of course, he has a signature Charlie Chaplin Adolf mustache, which how that's not on t-shirts and mugs by now is beyond me. That did get 491 likes. Let's see. Going down more and more. One bad dude says the globalists are losing, getting 396 likes. Let's see. Maybe there's contrarian statements. I'm not seeing any. Everywhere says roll up his sleeves and work hard. Dude's hands are probably softer than a baby's. Getting 42 likes, which, oh yeah, I don't think he's done much manual labor in his life. Or any labor, to be honest. Jim Hansen says, it's your turn, Canada. Anyone up there still have a spine? Getting 87 likes. See if there are any other contrarian statements. Oh, Similia says, oh, there's no contrarian statements, but Similia says sometimes YouTube accidentally gets it right. And it's YouTube, it's the YouTube video, and then with Trudeau, the play button is perfectly placed on his upper lip, so it looks like the Hitler mustache. Yeah, 100 likes. Let's see here. One more. SRT 128 says right wing is the new Russia, 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 Putin, Putin, Putin. 6 feet, only 2 weeks, start to democracy, etc. It's the new catchphrase in their Marxist strategy. Repeat enough and it'll become true. Getting 26 likes, and yet another reason to read 1984 and Animal Farm by George Orwell, which we're supposed to warn people to not let this shit happen. And yet, yeah, society has actually crumbled worse than the books could possibly predict. So, oh yeah, there's a picture of Justin Trudeau in blackface from way a while back. Yeah, he wasn't canceled because, again, he's a leftist. So it'll be interesting to see, does Trudeau actually get reelected? Does he get primaried out? And is anyone, and I do actually, it's fascinating to see, statistically, I have some Canadian listeners. Are you a fan of Justin Trudeau? Are you going to primary him? Are you going to vote him out? As always, I appreciate what you're taking the time to tune in, and be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in. Again, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you could click that button, I would greatly appreciate it. Also, leaving a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment is a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take the time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.